This is me, super excited. I got my prescription. I had to drive like a crazy person to get to Sam's before the pharmacy closed. They were all so nice. So I managed to get one box. Good grief, Charlie Brown. And now I'm just walking around Sam's closed, because I mean, why not? I didn't even change out of my pajamas. I was just doing my routine, calling all the pharmacies, and they were like, oh yeah, we have one box. And I was like, shut the front door. And I literally hit the front door. Look at my hair. Look at this. I look crazy. I got it. Okay, so a little bit of backstory while I sit in a little bit of traffic here, because you know everybody shops on the weekend. That's why I avoid mall areas, but I didn't have a choice because we were sitting on some Mounjaro. Let's go, buddy, Mounjaro. Anyway, I got it. So now I don't have to do compound, at least not this month. Whoa, okay, we are all stopped. They all stopped out of nowhere. Okay, so I don't have to do compound this month, which is great. Can I back up? Because my nose is sticking out and this light is turning red. Okay. All right, we're good. So I won't have to do compound this month, which will be great. I've been saving up money just in case, and I'm going to continue saving money just in case, because I do not want to be caught off guard with this whole shortage thing. Like, it is just absolutely ridiculous. So anyway, I'm gonna head back home now. Whew, we are safe for another month. Let me tell you about this craziness that I just did. So I was on the phone with my insurance company trying to get a complete list of all of the pharmacies, right, that they cover, because I've been calling around everywhere to get my Mounjaro, and of course it's out of stock everywhere. Even though the lower doses, the 2.5 and the 5, are not listed on the FDA site as being in shortage, they are, because everybody and their brother who was on other doses that were in shortage then went to lower doses or higher doses, right? Everybody jumped around to try to keep it in their system, which is totally fine. I don't fault anybody for doing that. I would have done the same thing. So anyway, I've been calling around for weeks to try to find a pharmacy that has it, and nobody has had it. Well, I called Sam's today and they had one box of 5. I said, I'm getting the prescription transferred over from CVS. Please hold it for me. And she was like, okay, are you going to be able to make it? Because we close in 30 minutes. And I was like, oh, okay, no problem. What time do you guys open tomorrow? Oh, no, we're closed on Sunday. I'm like, okay, what time do you open on Monday? 9. Okay, well, that's too close to when I start work, so that's not going to work. And I did not want it to sit, right? Because I didn't want somebody else to get it. Like, I know they pull it for you, but still, I just didn't want to risk it. So I literally jumped up, pajamas and all, threw on some pants, grabbed my wallet, and ran out the door. And I may or may not have been speeding, not terribly, but I was speeding, and I made it there with 8 minutes to spare. There were no parking spots. I hate going to Sam's on the weekend. So I had to park further out, and then I'm like running into the Sam's. So I get to the counter, I'm like completely out of breath, and I'm like, hello. I needed you to become my prescription. I just had it transferred over. And she was like, oh, okay, yeah. We just spoke on the phone. I've got it right here for you. I was like, okay, great. I'm just going to catch my breath. Don't mind me. I'm perfectly fine. And she's like, okay, it's good. So they were very, very nice. And it was also $25 instead of $40. So that was an added bonus. So yeah, so I managed to get a hold of another month. So I will be continuing to save money and putting it aside for compound just in case they don't get their act together with this shortage. But it did work. It did work out. So now I am in the clear for another month. It's a huge relief. And I really hope that they get this whole shortage thing figured out. So if you haven't been tapped into, Facebook groups, Mounjaro, TikTok, all that jazz, they got the FDA approval for the vials, which I talked about in my last shortage video. And they haven't made any announcements. So, apparently, there are some rules about, pharmaceutical companies can't make a certain number, they can't make any announcements within a certain number of weeks of their investors meeting, which is apparently at the end of the month. So, people are predicting that they will release the vials at the end of this month, being the end of April 2024. We'll see. I'm not holding my breath. They've been, this shortage has just been month after month after month of them saying, oh yeah, at the end of the month. Oh yeah, at the end of the month. Oh yeah, we'll get it to you at the end of the month. Right. And then we all know it's out. They're all out. And they're like, oh no, the smaller doses are not in shortage. Yeah. Like hell, buddy. So I'm not going to be holding my breath. I am very excited and very grateful that I managed to find this one box. So I'm in the clear for another month. And I really hope that they do release the vials. I think that there is a large chunk of people that would be perfectly fine to draw up their own medication, right, with the little insulin needles, and do it themselves. They don't require an injector pen. There are a lot of people who commented on my last video that said, no way, Jose, I only want the injector pen. And that's perfectly fine too. Whatever you're comfortable with. I just want options. Because if the injector pen manufacturing is the problem and therefore causing the shortage, I would be more than happy to just draw it myself and not have an injector pen in order to be able to stay on the medication until a pen was available. Okay, fine. Or even to, take some of the pressure off, and then the people who feel like they absolutely have to have the pen, right? A lot of us could then move to the vial to allow them to have, the pen in stock for those people. I really could see that working. So fingers crossed, that's what they do. They've already got the approval for Zepbound to do a vial. So, hopefully they'll just do it all at one time and stop with all the shenaniganery and just do it. I mean, other countries have it. The UK has the awesome dialing pen, which is fantastic. Why don't we have that? And then Australia also has, I think they have the vials. Or maybe it's Europe that has the vials. And the awesome multi-injection in one pen. I don't know. My thing is, with everything that I read about people having problems with pens malfunctioning, I would be perfectly happy to just do the vial, right? Because then the only user error that I've got is me. It's not, the pen, you push the button and it didn't inject, or you opened it up and the needle was bent, or, whatever, all the medicine leaked out. I've read so many things online. Mind you, it's a small number of people, right? It's not that people are all over having all these problems with the pens. Don't misunderstand me. It's a small number of people, but still, I like the added security of I just do it myself. right? And I don't have to worry about a pen. If the pen malfunctions, then you've just missed a dose of your medicine. You got to do another one. Then you got to file a claim with the company and blah, 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 blah. It's a whole mess. So anyway, I am super excited. So that is my update for now. I hope that you're able to get a hold of your medication. I will continue to keep my ear to the ground to see what's going to be happening with this whole shortage thing, and we'll do updates going forward. But for now, I'm still on the medicine, so we're good. Okay. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And as always, be kind. Rewind. Da-na-na.